Well, here we are, part two of our trip, leaving Queanbeyan now and heading on what I believe is called the loose terms, the Canberra Ring Road. Again, I've paused it so you can read some of the signs as we're going past. The Parliament House over there over Lake Burley Griffin to the left, but we didn't get any pictures of that because we're driving. And you can see the old Soviet style block houses on the right that Canberra's full of. The bloody socialists, you know, they just ruin everything. But here we go, we continue on out through and underneath the overpasses of various roads. Apologise for the bright light, that's about the headest the end of this. This is underneath one of the other ring roads coming back over the top. And in a little while we'll get off. There's the spire on the mountain. That used to be a great restaurant, rotating restaurant up there, but I believe there's some sort of Aboriginal claim on it now. It's been shut for years. The whole thing is caged up and desolate. Back around over here to the left, and we'll shoot back over the top, and then we'll join up to the Barton Highway, which takes us out of Canberra, heading towards Wagga. We are. Again, I've paused it there for some signs so you can get a gander at where we're going, what we're doing. Back on the Hume Highway, heading west, and there's an interesting side, the road to Gundagai. Good name for a song, that. Been there, lovely old town, beautiful historical buildings. Coming into Wagga now, guys. Into Wagga, that's our stay here for the night, into the main street. Again, I've kept things speeded up here because, well, you know, got to try and keep these files small so they upload in a reasonable time. We're going to turn right here now into the main shopping drag of Wagga, and this is one of the longest streets I've ever seen. Down both sides of this strip here, there's shops, both sides, all full of businesses and whatnot, restaurants, barbers, lots of barbers. The Lebanese community love their barber shops, quite a few of them here apparently. And continuing to head down, and once we get at the end of this street, we go over the river, I don't know what it's called, and we head into the old part of Wagga main drag. But you can see how long this is. We're still going. This is still the main shopping street, lined with lovely elm trees and maple trees, which I'm sure are stunning. And in a couple of weeks, when we get into full autumn, yep, still going down the main street. I kid you not, she is one hell of a road. We're almost to the end of it now, right down the bottom end of the street. Be interesting to see exactly how long it was. I reckon it's got to be close to 1 kilometre. But you know, I don't know that for a fact. But it's a long way, especially when you walk up it and walk down the other side. So we're coming through and over the bridge here over the lagoons into the old part of town now. I did have a walk around the street and get some photos later on, and it's lovely old buildings. They go back to the 1820s. Got a few photos, I'll include them at the end of this video. Where's Squiz? So this is the old part of town, the original main street. It's sort of a bit of a dog leg. Comes around here soon. We'll get to the end of the street and we'll come up to the bridge over the river. No, I'm not sure what the river's called. I think it's the Murrumbidgee, I think. Don't know. I should find out, shouldn't I? Hold the clip now. There you go, after a little bit of editing, yes, it's the Murrumbidgee River. So we'll turn right here and over the bridge, and we'll head out to Welk Park, which is just at the end of the bridge. You'll get a gander at it as we come off the ramp. Quite a nice park, 72 hours, free of charge, supplied by the Wagga Shire. Oh God, the homeless have moved in. Have a look at them. Tents are supposed to be illegal. No tents permitted. But here they all are. taken over the place. There's tents, there's tarps. What a terrible shame. These people just abuse. Anyway, this is my camp for the night. We're going to just nose up to the bank up here. Set ourselves up on level ground. As you can see, some of these people have been living here a long time. That little place on the right with the fence around it for his dogs that are yapping at me at the minute. Yap, yap, yeah, it could be a good night, eh? Anyway, so I'll nose it up here. I'll crack the drone out in a minute. No, before we do the drone, we'll give you some photos of my walk up and down the main street. And so some of the old buildings here. That's the old courthouse right there. I believe that's the old post office or something. Beautiful old buildings. Some of them have got dates on them dating back to the 1820s. 1920, that's a not so old one. Yeah, lovely old town. That's the old part of the town there. Well, that's a popular pub there. That was packed on a Friday night. People everywhere. Here we are, back to the drone. That's overlooking that part where I just come through, where that's the original part of the main street right there. And we'll pan around to the left. And if you look up straight up now, you'll see the main street. Just one big long row. Anyway, around we come. There's the Murrumbidgee again, underneath the trees around the river bank there. And as we get back over here, we'll get a aerial view of the campsite. And I'm going around twice. Oh, good, eh? Good on me. Alright, down we go. You can see the white van down the bottom there. Somebody standing beside it trying to pretend they're a drone pilot. Come on. Pretty crappy editing job, isn't it? Smooth. There. Come on, down we go. Let's finish this so we can start working on the next one. So this one's 8 minutes and 30 seconds long. 32 seconds to be correct. There he is. Righto, cut it off. There we go. Alright, part 3 coming soon.